everybody out walking their dogs. It's such an amazing day. Can't stress that enough. I'm so glad to be out here riding. This is the first time since I think December 12th, I believe, was the last. Yeah, maybe the 14th or 15th is the day that I had my interview for my job. Was the day that me and a friend of mine were supposed to go out and take a trip to Phoenix. And it was like the first road trip for both of us. He had just bought a Harley, some sort of Harley. I don't know the model or anything like that. It's a nice bike. And I had just gotten this in September, coming off the 500. So we were ready to do some long distance riding. So we planned out this trip to Phoenix, and we were both ready to go. And then that job interview held me back all the way till about 3 p.m. in the afternoon on a Friday. And the sun goes down at about 4:30, so we didn't really have a whole lot of ride time. But we were like, you know what, fuck it, let's go, let's do this. And we took off, and we got out there, and sun went down, and the temperature just dropped, and it got cold as shit. And we kept going, and we kept stopping here and there just to, you know, catch some warmth at the at truck stops and stuff. And we got to I think Lordsburg, or you know, Benson Wilcox area, I don't know, I can't remember. And it started raining at like 9 o'clock at night, and so we just kept going through the rain. There really wasn't a whole lot we could do about it. We could either stop and sit in the rain or just ride through the rain. So that's what we did. We rode through the rain, and it was retarded. We should have stopped at the next town or city or whatever we went to, but we decided to keep going. We ended up making it to Phoenix at like 1 something in the morning, 1:30. And we cut about, I think it's like 30 or 40 miles off our trip by staying in a hotel room that my friend's friend was staying at, if he was in town. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever, I'm tired, I just want to lay down. And so we get there, and it turns out it's just one king-size bed, and this guy has his like girlfriend or wife or something there. And we get there, and we're fucking freezing, like we're shaking. And I hop in the shower immediately. I spent like fucking 30 minutes in there. I didn't give a shit, because I was trying to warm up, and the water pressure sucked ass, so it wasn't, you know, it wasn't warming me up at all. And so, yeah, we get settled in, and we pull out like a couch. It's like a pull-out bed, and I lay down, and I was so exhausted I should have just passed out, but I decided, you know what, I'm gonna stay up and, you know, pretty much just socialize with the guys there. And finally everyone kind of settles in and starts to go to sleep. And this guy, man, he has been the loudest fucking snorer I've ever heard in my life. He kept everybody up till about 5:36 in the morning, which is the time that he woke up and got up and went and had coffee. And that was the time where I finally fell asleep and got like 2 hours of sleep before I had to get up and go out and start my day. But man, that was, and my friend can attest to it, it is the loudest snoring we'd ever heard in our lives. And like every time we bring it up, we laugh about it, because it's just, oh my god. So yeah, it made for a really long weekend. And it rained a little bit Saturday here and there. And then we came back Sunday, and we got up and we're like, yeah, let's leave around 9:30 in the morning. That way we have all day in the sunlight to go. And that was the plan, but we decided, you know, we're gonna stop at an outlet mall real quick. And I was game for it. I wanted to go check it out too. And the thing was is that this outlet mall was in like far north Phoenix. Like it was like not even Phoenix anymore, in my opinion. But so we went up there. It took us like an hour to get there. So we get there like 11:30. We walk around till 12:30. And then we decided, all right, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. And we take off. And it takes like an hour and a half just to get through Phoenix and out of Phoenix. And we ended up having to make like 3 or 4 stops because like I was cold, our friend was cold. It was just the cold front had come in and the cold air had set in, and it was pretty tough. So by the time we made it to this little town called, I think, Wilcox or Benson or something like that, the sun had already gone down and we weren't even halfway home. And when the sun went down, the temperature just dipped bad. And yeah, we decided we'd keep going. We stopped. I bought some thermal clothes. I was okay. My bike shields me pretty well from the cold, so I didn't really have a problem with it. But my friend on the Harley, he had no protection whatsoever, and so he was buying like jackets and ponchos and just all kinds of crazy shit. And so, I guess we're gonna go. And so we get to when we got to, I guess it was Benson. When we got there, he called his dad and was like, hey, I'm not gonna be able to make it the whole way. Can you pick me up in Deming? Which was a good, like, I'd say at least 150, 200 miles away or so. I don't know, I could be wrong on that. But it definitely wasn't like a short trip. And so his dad's like, yeah, I'll pick you up in Deming. I'll load up the truck and we'll go get you or whatever. So we took off from Benson and we're like, all right, let's make it to Deming. And we're riding and the temperature just got lower and lower. And I have a temperature gauge on this thing and it said 39 degrees at one point. And it was screaming at me, ice warning, which, yeah, whatever. But so we kept going. We get to Lordsburg and we stop at a truck stop, and my friend is just done. Like, he can't ride anymore, and I don't blame him. Like, shit was cold. So he calls his dad, who's already in Deming, and is like, hey, can you come to Lordsburg? I'm done, I can't make it. And his dad's like, alright, and he takes off. So we sit at Lordsburg for like an hour or so waiting for him. He shows up, we load up our bikes, and we end up getting a ride back to the rest of the way, which is about halfway. And it was kind of embarrassing, but it's kind of funny at the same time, because, oh man, it was our first road trip. We didn't know what the fuck we were doing, and yeah, so we had to be bailed out a little bit, which it's not a bad thing. Luckily someone was there to help us, but next time I think we'll be a little more prepared.